Okay, let's see whose match is next. I might be next, actually. Yes, my match! My match is next. I also see that someone else has joined the chat. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Let's see. It is Kimono versus Auke. Yep. My match. Let's see if I can do anything in this tournament. I don't think I'll make it through, just based on the teams and the base stats and the typing. But we saw that a team with multiple not fully evolved Pokemon can beat a team of 6 legendary dragons. It's a Metronome tournament. It can happen. So, you'll never really know. Randomize this. Number 8. No, not that. I want this one. Alright, match number 3. We go to Group B and we go to the 8th Coliseum on the list. We're fighting at Sunset Coliseum today. And in Group B, we're starting with my match. It is Kimono. That's not me. Versus Auke. Pretty sure that is me. Okie dokie. The Eeveelution team with the name producer based on the Kimono Girls. Espeon was decided to be cut out, I would think, because they wanted the evolutions, one evolution that specializes in each type. And when Lucian and Glaceon came in, there was a second Pokemon in Glaceon that specialized in special attack. Espeon was the first, and they decided to use Glaceon over Espeon. Meanwhile, my team has my favorite Pokemon, Magmarashi, which is Kolava, Miss Rose and Mega Monkey, the Roselia, and Infernape are based on Pokemon that the character Auke has in my Pokemon fanfiction that I'm writing. Chupa is a Pokemon that I like, and I also have that in the fanfiction. Same for Flareon. And then Tyranitar is a Pokemon that I really like. Had to be shiny because Shiny Tyranitar was on my first ever competitive team back in Generation 4. And I had it in Generation 6 again. So let's have some fun with those. Kimono versus Auke. Let's begin. Chat, do we have predictions who will win? The Eeveelution team or Auke's team? Netball and Ultra Ball. Those are the two balls used by the two teams. Vaporeon and Jolteon versus Quilava and Roselia. Purely on base stats, you would say the Eeveelutions have the better chance in the start of this match, but it's not like it's a huge difference like a Giratina versus Magikarp. Let's see, Jolteon starting us off being the evolution that specializes in speed. Calm Mind setting up its special attack and special defense and some early stat increases could be very useful. Highest chance to make use of it if it's early. Quilava Aqua Ring! One of the best moves in the game for Metronome matches, just like Ingrain that we saw in match 1. Dragon Claw from Vaporeon. Is it Poison Point? I would think it's Poison Point on Roselia. There is Poison Point! We saw an Aqua Ring and a Poison activate. It does normal poison, does 1/8 of damage every turn. Heal block as well on the two opponents, so they can't use rest to recover for a while. Not a bad first turn. Let's see, Auke, your team could win this after what happened in the exhibition match. Your team needs redemption. To be honest, I don't remember what happened in the exhibition match. I think I lost. I don't even remember to who. I think it was someone in Group D. I think there were 2 people from Group D that won. I think Chobin was in one of them. I think was it a me versus Chobin?
The crowd is holding their breath.
If we want to guess, Chobin is one of the players. Chobin will be in the final group in Group D. Yeah, a very good first turn for me. Poison the Vaporeon. Vaporeon's the one that specializes in HP, so that'll just be more HP damage. Still same percentage, 1/8. And Quilava getting Aqua Ring. 1/16 of healing every turn. Very nice. Oh, it was against you with 6-0 sweep. Oh yeah. That, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't get swept 6-0. As Quilava's defenses aren't too great, so it needs to not be hit that much, but it can still heal with the Aqua Ring Magnet Rise now, making it unable to be hit by Earth moves. Earthquake, Earth Power, which are ground-type moves. Remember Roselia focusing on the Vaporeon, which is being hit by the poison as well. The Vaporeon still gets his own turn. Overheat, but that looks like it is on the Quilava. Pretty big damage on the Quilava this turn, but Vaporeon's special attack is lowered. Well, Quilava does get a bit of HP back, but another turn like that, and Quilava's just out, so the Aqua Ring didn't matter much. Quilava wants to see Earthquake. You're sure that might do some damage to Miss Rose. It won't get hit by itself, and if Vaporeon's the one using Earthquake, Jolteon is going to get hit with major damage as well, because that one doesn't have great defense. I think it's a 60 or 65 defense. It's one of the 3 lower stats. Bug Bite, that's going to take the Leopard Berry. A bit of damage as well. We've seen a few cases of the Leopard Berry actually being important that it was gone, but generally it was disabled or thrown away when we got to the struggle. Bind. Not that much damage on the Jolteon, but that will be for a few turns. I think 1/16 of its health as damage again, as long as Quilava stays on the field anyway. Poison Powder on Jolteon. It missed. It didn't work because Vaporeon was already poisoned. Would have been nice if that was on Jolteon. Vaporeon then with Blast Burn. Resisted. And Vaporeon already had the lowered special attack due to Overheat, otherwise that would have been a KO. Vaporeon now also has to skip a turn. So it still has that half special attack due to Overheat. It has to skip a turn, which means it can't damage either Quilava or Roselia. And it'll just get a bit more damage from Poison. So still not looking too great for my team, but it's looking pretty good. Just hoping that if they get hit, Jolteon hits Roselia physically, like makes contact. Nature Power turn into Earthquake. Cold hit. The wrong Pokemon used it, but a cold Earthquake. Roselia, the crit on Roselia takes it out. That's not good. Why didn't Vaporeon use Earthquake? Why was it a crit on Roselia? So it is the 6-5 lead for Kimono then. Endeavor on Jolteon. That's big damage considering how low Quilava's HP was. Then it's bind damage of 1/16 of the damage on Jolteon. Quilava heals for 1/16. Vaporeon takes 1/8 of its health as damage. So as long as Quilava stays in the field, maybe 1 or 2 more turns of bind on Prickle. So just 1 more hit on Jolteon, that would be good. And Vaporeon will eventually go down to Poison, even though you might want to just take it out as also it can't attack you. Auke's 3rd Pokemon, Infernape. In the fanfiction, that is Auke's starter Pokemon as a Chimchar.
Who's going to take the glory?
Not normally obtained from Professor Rowan, it was actually from an egg. Because he, in the fanfiction, Auke lives in Solaceon Town in the Sinnoh region. And as a young kid, before he was able to start his Pokemon adventure, helped at the daycare center a lot, was there a lot, helped care for the Pokemon. And one of the eggs that was left there that the trainers didn't want to take with them was given to Auke to take care of, and that hatched into a Chimchar. That was his first partner. It was Prickle with a Poison Sting, trying to put the poison on Mega Monkey. the poison's back at the other side now. That's not what Auke wants to see. Poison Tail hitting into the Vaporeon slot for some pretty good damage. Not quite the KO, but that might be the KO after poison. So that might still be good. Quilava then goes for Dig. Interestingly, if Earthquake comes out now, it still won't affect it because of Magnet Rise. Ink like a Ninjask, a flying type using Dig. Same would go. Bind still works if the Quilava's underground. I really hope that Dig is on Jolteon. Oh, Heal Block is worn off. Please don't use Recover. Vaporeon taken out. We're back to a tie at 5-5. First time Auke's team hasn't had 6 Pokemon as their opponent. Alright, Flareon on Kimono's side. It's a Pokemon that both players have. The only time we'll actually see Flareon v Flareon is if when a Roar happens and Flareon happens to be sent out, or 2 more Pokemon are KO'd on Auke's side before Kimono's Flareon goes out, because Flareon is Auke's 5th Pokemon. Flareon, the Eeveelution, focusing on on physical attack. And actually, it doesn't really matter who Dig targets for Quilava, because Flareon's weak to it as well. I think Flareon might have a decent amount of physical defense as well, because there's a... The Eeveelution stats are 130 on what they specialize in, then 110, then 95 on something, then 2 on 65 and 1 on 60. So really, I would say there's a top 3 stats, and then there's the rest, which are low. It is Dig on Jolteon, taking them out, giving the lead to Auke, which they will want, which they will need against the Eeveelution team. Boosty then. Twin Needle. That might be Toxic Poison. I think that's Toxic Poison. Doesn't get poisoned though. And that Aqua Ring helped Quilava survive, because otherwise it would have been taken out, would have not have had it. Electromagnetism ward off. It can get hit by ground moves again. Alright, next Pokemon, Unity. The Umbreon, specializing in special defense, with physical defense being the next stat that it's good at, and then the one after that is HP, so this is definitely the Stolly Eeveelution. Needle Arm from Mega Monkey. Did that flinch? I think that can flinch. Auke's team going first, that's pretty nice. Unless Explosion happens. Stun Spore. Lowering the speed of Flareon to 25% of its normal speed. And a 1 in 4 chance of not attacking every turn. Thunder Wave back. But that probably failed because it was using Inferno, who was already poisoned. Wood Hammer. Even though it's not very effective, it is powerful because of Flareon's physical attack, but there is some recoil involved as well. More poison on Inferno, which isn't liked with Mimo Magmarashi. The Quilava does heal HP, which might help it survive another turn later on. See what Inferno can do. It has some good stats that you can make use of it. Sonic Boom doesn't make use of the stats, just a bit of damage. Always 20 HP in damage. We did Sonic Boom twice though, not yet Dragon Rage this tournament. Flamethrower from the Fire type. That's good damage. I don't think it was in Blaze range anymore. I think it might have just been out of it with the last turn's Aqua Ring. But still, Flamethrower from a Fire type, very nice. Thundershock and Inferno. I'm trying to get that Inferno to be KO just a turn earlier than it otherwise would have. Flareon with Miracle Eye, which makes sure that the Dark type Quilava would get hit by Psychic types. Not sure if that ensures a hit. I think Mind Reader and Lock-On ensure a hit. I'm not sure if Miracle Eye would do that as well.
What kind of developments can we expect to see next?
Metronome. Sludge Bomb, another powerful move, this time from Infernape. Onto the Unity. Does that one get poisoned? I think it's 10% on Sludge Bomb. No. But still 2 big moves on it. Mud Slap, super effective on the Flareon. It's a weak move, but still it's decent damage again. And its accuracy fell, which alongside its paralysis might just really get in the way of that Flareon. Umbreon not being the last one to move is somewhat weird. Attack Order. 4 times resisted, but it's a critical hit. And otherwise, Infernape may have been taken out by the poison at the end of the turn anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. I think score is back to 4-4, but Quilava with its Aqua Ring active is still okay. Sharpen on Boosty, improving its attack stat. Meanwhile, Quilava healing a little bit of HP once more. It's time for Chupa, the Pachirisu, to come in. Let's see what it can do. I would say Auke has a slight advantage. Also knowing the Pokemon that are remaining. Arguably, two of Auke's best 3 Pokemon are still remaining, because Infernape is one of them. So Auke might have a decent shot to reflect the setup, so physical attacks will deal only half damage for 5 turns. Like Warashi. Energy Ball, another powerful move. This time it's not stab from Flamethrower, but still, Energy Ball is powerful. Might lower special defense. Does not. Unity with the Metronome. Flame Wheel, that is one of my favorite moves. In this game, it's nothing too special to me, but how it looks in the anime, when Pokemon like Quilava used it, even Cyndaquil, I think it looks really cool.
Who's going to take the glory?
Interesting fact, when on Pokemon's 20th anniversary in Japan, I was actually interviewed by like one of the biggest, well, the biggest news station in the Netherlands about Pokemon and my love for it and my collection and things like that. And they, actually 3 people came to my room and they interviewed me for like an hour. Got a good amount of shots in my collection. I talked about Pokemon, about my life involving Pokemon. And when I mentioned I really like Fire-type Pokemon and the move Flame Wheel, they actually inserted an anime clip. The unfortunate thing is, I used my Quilava plushie to explain why I like Flame Wheel, but they put a clip up of Cyndaquil using it, which is close enough. I'm happy enough they even put it in. Magna Bomb now on the Flareon. It's damage. Every bit of damage counts. You want to see bigger, but hey, it's better than Splash. Can't ask for too much in a Metronome battle. Extreme Speed dealing some damage on Quilava, but again, Aqua Ring making sure I survive that, because without the healing every turn, that works out. I also like that the poison, in a sense, was on the Infernape, because otherwise the poison would have negated or even been worse than what the Aqua Ring would heal. Eventually Quilava would go down. And because it's able to stay in the field and does not attack too much, Quilava could really make use of that healing. And keep dishing out hits without being taken out itself. Ooh! Sunny Day. Fire-type moves are increasing power for 5 turns. Solar Beam could go 1 turn. Water moves are halved in power for 5 turns. And things like Recover. I think Recover is still normal. Moonlight and Morning Sun would heal 2/3 of full HP. Why Moonlight? It's not Sun. Well, it actually is, because the moon doesn't give off light. Moonlight is reflection of the sun's light on the moon. So that's still Sun. Bullet Seed. Flareon spinning some seeds there onto Pachirisu, doing a little bit of damage. Hits only twice. Bullet Seed not that strong in this generation, I don't think. I think generation 5 or 6 it became a bit stronger.
Still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
I think around generation 5 or 6, multiple hitting moves like Bullet Seed, like Icicle Spear, went from like 10 power to 25, which made it a lot more useful for skilling. Mega Heracross, Cloister Rope. Fury Attack from Pachirisu. Gonna hit more than twice.
Multiple hits. It keeps dealing damage.
That's 3. And it'll stay at 3 damage still. Nice jump, Pachirisu.
The substitute appears.
Lava with a substitute. Pretty interesting. Would protect itself, even if a big hit comes in, and it'll heal some of the damage back. Psycho boost.
It hit the substitute.
Lava protected from that because of the substitute, so that's pretty nice. And it is a lowered special attack now on that Umbreon. Metronome for Boosty. Heyday! So we're actually going to earn some money after this? Huh. Sunlight is strong. We're going to see a fire move. Or solar runes make use of this. They're all at pretty low health, 43 being the highest out of all 4. And all teams have 4 Pokemon remaining. Watch someone just pull out Explosion and just make it a 2v2 for the end. Chupa, Metronome. Cross Chop, that is a strong move. Hits, high chance of critical hit. Doesn't quite happen, but Boosty is very low in health. Lava, is it going to finish off either the Umbreon or the Flareon? No, it just sends Miracle Eye, but to Umbreon. So Umbreon can actually be hit by Psychics now. The Psychic moves. Umbreon has Crab Hammer, but misses. Especially on Lava, that would have been a decent hit, although Sunny Day would have weakened it. And Reflect. But still, that would have probably taken out Lava, it being at such low health. Again, the Aqua Ring being called, I think, on turn 1. Super useful. Lava still survives. Metronome, Pachirisu. Zen Headbutt, a Psychic hitting the Dark type, because it's possible thanks to Miracle Eye last turn. Nice move, Pachirisu. Umbreon's not quite down though. Who does Magmarashi choose to hit? Psycho Shift, yeah, that doesn't work.
The move fails.
You didn't have a status ailment. Magnet Bomb from Unity. Resisted by Pachirisu. Chupa still in there. Flareon gets to attack. Might get a really powerful thing in. Extra Sensory is the end of the lava.
It's down and
Kimono leads 4-3. Auke's first Pokemon, Auke's favorite Pokemon, Lava, has been taken out by both Flareon and Unity. Super low health. So in a very strategic play, this is where Auke would send out Tyranitar, and the Sensor would just take them out. But I don't like that the weather is permanent from Snow Warning and Sandstream. So either would I ever do this tournament again? I'll either ban Hippopotas, Hippowdon, Snover, Abomasnow, Tyranitar, or I will give them an ability that they normally don't have. Like for Snover, Abomasnow, there might be Soundproof, which later on in later generations becomes a hidden ability. For Tyranitar, Hippopotas, Hippowdon, I might just give them something else. Because I don't like that permanent weather. But hey, that's not something I'm dealing with now. I'm just making sure that those Pokemon always come out last. But, yeah, good point, Gaming Scorp. Kimono's Flareon survived long enough to see Flareon v Flareon happen. It might just be for one turn, but let's see what they do against each other.
I wonder how this is going to affect the battle.
Flareon v Flareon, neither is shiny, just standard Flareon. Ring out. Won't have a lot of power considering Umbreon's low HP. And then actually, due to that, doesn't take it out. The Ring Out is more power if the opponent has more HP. Whoa! Umbreon doesn't have that much attack stat. But that was a major critical hit. The Rico would have taken it out no matter how much damage it dealt, but that was a very major final hit from Umbreon. Kimono will appreciate that. And Auke's Flareon takes out Kimono's Flareon, throws it up from the earth. Seismic Toss. And with 2 KOs on Kimono's side, the lead shifts from Kimono to Auke. 3-2. Eternal comes next. Leafeon. And Snowpoint. The Glaceon. Those two Generation 4 Eeveelutions will have to be the ones to finish off this fight. And Flareon and Pachirisu aren't at that high health, so they have a decent chance to do this. Leafeon going first. And they call Discharge. Hitting their own Glaceon, but also Flareon and Pachirisu. Both survive it though. If Glaceon would have called that, that would have been a lot worse. Ooh, the other Flareon now being paralyzed. Ooh, but their own Glaceon is paralyzed as well. Discharge, I think, with a 30% chance to paralyze. That is big. Giga Impact. Pachirisu sacrificing their next turn for a big hit on Glaceon, which actually isn't all that big. But hey, it's a hit. So they'll be happy with that. Pretty good damage. Snowpoint Meditate, improving their attack stat for the rest of the fight. Let's see how well they can actually make use of it. Flareon, can they... I think the sun is still up for one turn. Might not be. Can hit both of them super effectively with something like Flamethrower or Fire Blast.
Pachirisu can't move due to a previously used attack.
Pachirisu and Leafeon might have a speed time. Dragon Rush, that's a big move. It connects. And that's the end of Pachirisu. So both trainers have 2 Pokemon remaining. But I think because of Aqua Ring and because of some very nice moves on Auke's side and a bit of luck at the start, the fact that his final Pokemon is the final one to be sent out while the others are weakened might be really useful for them. However, that's really bad. Because Flareon, unless it gets rest or recover and isn't taken out by the opponent, isn't going to make it through this turn. So this might not actually be good for Auke. Because Auke's final Pokemon is a shiny Tyranitar, which sets up Permanent Sandstorm, which will take out Flareon at the end of this turn. It'll also damage Snowpoint, it'll also damage Eternal, it won't damage Reiner, and it actually improves Tyranitar's special defense by 50% as well, because from Generation 4 onward, rock types actually improve their special defense by 50% during a Sandstorm. Leafeon first. Any fighting move on Tyranitar? No, it's Power Gem, but it is that special defense boost coming in. And that Auke won't mind that Leafeon is only using special moves, because it's much better at physical. Physical defense is his best stat, but I think physical attack comes next. Glaceon is the one focusing on special attacks, but meanwhile he uses Meditate. Meditate into Rock Smash, not on Tyranitar, which Auke won't mind. Flareon might not get a turn, but Flareon would have been taken out anyway. And Tyranitar would have been hit quite a bit harder from Rock Smash. Still not that strong of a move, but... Alright, now, a special defense boosted Tyranitar, as if it would be a one-stage boost. Against 2 Pokemon, one of which, PD by type, is good against it, and one of them is weak to it. But it's a 2v1 scenario. Normally you'd say the Eeveelutions have the advantage now, but one of them is paralyzed. But Tyranitar has the higher base stat total. And Sandstorm is up. This could still go either way. One major move, like Imprison, like Disable, could totally decide it. An Explosion. Teeter Dance. Everyone gets confused. We're going to just go for more of a luck game than we had before. And Leafeon doesn't actually get confused itself from Teeter Dance. Giving more of a chance to Kimono. Auke's Tyranitar is able to attack. Gets the Embargo. We saw that from Magneton. However, Embargo is only really useful when the Pokemon's already running out of power points. And Snowpoint and Leafeon haven't been in the fight for all that long. It worked on Latios because it was in the fight from the beginning. Toxic Spite's a setup. Won't do anything because there won't be any new Pokemon sent in. So that's, I'd say, a good turn for Auke, even though it's still confused. They're still confused itself. We've seen a lot of snapping out of confusion on the second or third turn. I think only one Pokemon ever actually got hit by confusion in the tournament so far. Still could go either way. Leaf Blade stabbed from a good physical attack. Oh, that's bad. And then the confusion hit. Glaceon can finish it off if he hits. It's good that the Rock Smash hit the Flare and not the Tyranitar, or this would have been over. That's basically this is one of the best moves that Leafeon could get at this point. Leaf Blade. Tyranitar is still confused and might hit itself again and then take itself out. It's looking good for Auke, but are Glaceon and Leafeon gonna make it through the Sandstorm? That is a resisted move, but it might be enough. It's only 20 HP on the Tyranitar and there's no Aqua Ring to heal it. Glare, yeah, that's not gonna work. The one Pokemon has vanished, the other one's already paralyzed. Glaceon hitting itself, very nice, which means it doesn't have Tyranitar and it will be taken out itself earlier. There's no Shadow Force might get a KO, and then it might be a Shadow, like the Shadow Force is one of the announced moves, but then it's not very effective, so it might get that combination. Tyranitar needs to survive that, because Shadow Force normally always hits. Tyranitar doesn't have healing. Leafeon moves first. Is this it?
Complete destruction by Shadow Force.
Complete destruction by Shadow Force. I had the lead for a few times, but my team didn't win. It's the Eeveelution team, Kimono, that takes the victory 2-0. Congratulations. That was pretty close. I like that. Both had their chances, had their moments of advantage throughout the fight. I like that. I didn't like that I didn't win, but